So I had a decision to make. I was like, all right, I'm either gonna get back in my car, right? Just go home and be like, damn, I messed up on the wrong day. Or I was gonna be a high schooler for the day. Yo, y'all see the title of the video, man. We're gonna get straight into it. How did I sneak onto a Division I college football team? How's that even possible? Huh? Yes, this is a true story. I've actually been kind of waiting to tell the story for a while just because, you know, all the people that are involved are no longer working there. So I'm like, you know what? I feel like I can finally sit down and tell this story. So obviously I play college football. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details. I'll save that for another story. But essentially, I was at a D2 coming out of high school, and the only way to transfer from a D2 school to a Division I at that time was going the junior college route. The transfer portal wasn't a thing yet. We were probably a year and a half or 2 years away from the transfer portal at this point. So after playing a year at my D2, I decided that I wanted to go the junior college route so I could try to go chase my goal of playing Division I. So I go to the only junior college that has football in Oklahoma. I'm gonna let you do the research and look that up. But close to it was Oklahoma State, right, which is in Stillwater. And so Division I, Power 5 program at the time. Now I know it's changed to Power 4 because they got rid of the little Pac-10 or Pac-12, whatever it was. One of the main things that you would do when you were going to a junior college, you would go to Division I football camps. It's the same process when you're a high schooler and you're going into a little summer camp and you're trying to get in front of coaches and get evaluated so that they pay attention to you during the season. So I hear about this camp that they're having at Oklahoma State, and I'm like, you know what? I don't have a lot of Division I interest. You know, let me go ahead, put my name in the hat, and, you know, we'll see what happens, right? So mind you, I drive up to this camp, right? And this school is way bigger than any of the other schools I had been at, right? It was bigger than my junior college, it was bigger than the D2 I was at. So immediately I just felt like a fish out of water. And looking back on it, it really wasn't that big, but comparatively at the time, it just felt so crazy. So I get there, you know, I got all my stuff, all my gear. I'm walking up to the little compliance area, you know, where you do your stuff to like fill out, you know, I'm here from this camp or whatever, from this school. And as I'm walking up, you know, I'm looking around, right? I'm seeing that, you know, this is a lot bigger place, but I'm like looking at the other campers and I'm like, man, they low-key look like young. Like I'm like one of the biggest dudes here. Like mind you, at this time, I'm a sophomore in college, so I've had almost 2 years of, you know, weight training. So I'm like 6 foot, 6'1", 205, 210. Like I'm looking good, right? And I'm just looking around the competition. I'm just like, man, I'm like way bigger than these dudes, right? And so finally, I get to the front desk where I got to do my check-in and all that, right? And you know, I see on the paperwork that it says, you know, Oklahoma State, 2017 high school spring ball camp, right? High school. It wasn't the junior college one, it was a high school camp. And so like, I immediately just freeze. And I like go back in my phone to like look at the dates, and I didn't realize there was 2 different dates. The day before was the junior college camp. The day I was there, it was the high school camp. So I'm sitting there just like, fuck. Like you know, it makes sense now, right? Like all these dudes is way smaller than me. It's because they like juniors, maybe a senior in high school, right? And so I'm just like, bro, I can't believe I drove all the way over here on the wrong damn day. And so I had this decision to make. I was like, all right, I'm either gonna get back in my car, right? Just go home and be like, damn, I messed up on the wrong day. Or I was gonna be a high schooler for the day. And as you can see by the title of this story, I decided to be a high schooler for the day. So I just went there, I filled out the paperwork like I was still in high school, you know what I'm saying? Like I just put it, I just put all my high school info, like GPA, like that. They were asking for very specific stuff. I just put in there like the best that I can remember. I don't know how heavily they're checking it, right? But you know, I'm immediately like just, and feeling like an imposter, right? We're going through, they're giving us the tour and everything. Like they got their parents and shit there with them. It was crazy. And you know, we get to the actual workout portion of the camp, right? And immediately, right? Like you can see me now, I'm probably a little bigger than what I was at that time, but I was still pretty, you know what I'm saying? So when I get out there, immediately, it's a stark difference of, so I go out there, I run my 40, I do my 5, 10, 5. I don't think I went crazy on any of them. Like, I really don't think I was like running super fast. I would say it was like 4.6 to 4.5, which I've ran faster than that before, but just, I don't know what was going on at the time. I just didn't have a good time on any of the things. But when we got to the one-on-ones, oh my God, I was hurting them boys. Because them boys had never seen nothing like that before. You know what I mean? Like you just think about the routes you're covering as a linebacker in high school, right? Like, and I'm playing running back. At the time, 6 foot, 205 running back, and I'm coming out the gate and I'm hitting them with some Le'Veon Bell shit. I'm just like, and them boys, I'm gonna see if I can find some film, because I was routing these boys up, man. Like, I was going crazy, right? And I was doing this as like a true freshman at the D2 school I was at. I was routing them up. So, some juniors, seniors in high school, they ain't stand a chance. And so I was killing them. The running back coach at the time, he comes up to me, he's like, yo, what school are you at? And I'm just like Medill. He's like, what year are you? I was like, all right, I'm either gonna tell him right now, or I just gotta keep the lie. Like, I was like, the lie has to end at some point. I just tell him. I'm like, I came on the wrong day. I am a sophomore at this junior college. Like, I'm not a high schooler. That's why I'm killing everybody like I am. Like, cause I'm way more advanced than everybody. And he just kind of laughed. He was like, oh, okay. End of the camp, he's like, let me get your information and, let's see how you do this season. Cause mind you, at this time, this was the summer of me going into my junior college season. So no season had been played yet. This was all kind of preliminary stuff right before the season that I was doing to just kind of get my name out there. And so he's like, let me get your information and, I'll keep in touch. Let's see how you do this season. I'm like, bet say less. Like, I really didn't think anything of it. And I was just like, let's see what happens. Fast forward, junior college season, that could be a whole nother video in itself. Like all the things that happen, and maybe I will if you guys like this kind of content. You want to hear more football stories. So I ended the season with nothing. I didn't have any offers. I remember thinking like, oh, this might be the end of my football career. Like, this might be it. I don't think anyone's going to take a chance on me, and this is just kind of what it's going to be. And all of a sudden, I got a phone call from that running back coach at Oklahoma State. And he was like, hey, looked at some of your film. He's like, I see you didn't get to play as much, but there's some good things that were happening on there. And he was like, you know what? We can't offer you a scholarship, but if you want somewhere to play football, we'll bring you in over here. And he's like, it's not gonna be glamorous. You're probably not gonna be able to practice a whole lot. You're not gonna get a whole lot of reps. I can't tell you that you're gonna get to play. Like, he was just keeping it 100. Like, he was not sugarcoating it. He was not trying to make it sound promising or alluring. He's like, if you have places that are offering scholarships, he's like, I would take that over what I'm offering you right now. Like, he was making it sound like this is your last offer. Like, if you just need something to do, you can come over here and pay for your school, and you can be on the football team if you want. And I legitimately had nothing. And I've always been the type of person where, like, I'm gonna bet on myself and I'm gonna, take the risk. But really, like, looking back on it, I didn't even know that there was no other option for me to take, because I was talking to the D2 school, but they hadn't officially offered me a scholarship yet. And so I really didn't have any other options, right? So in my mind, this is the only thing that's been offered, but I'm like contemplating, I'm like, should I go back to a D2 school, or should I, walk on and play for this Power 5 school and potentially not get to ever play? I'll just ride the bench the rest of my career, and, what should I do? And there was a huge part of me that didn't want to go to Oklahoma State because I was scared. Like, I was like, what if I fail? Like, what if I'm not good enough? It just felt too big, right? Like, it felt like too much, and it felt like almost like I wasn't deserving of it in a sense. Even though I had worked so hard and I had gone through so much, it just didn't feel like I deserved that opportunity. And so I was kind of having this back and forth of, what I should do or not. And, luckily I had some really good people in my life that helped talk me out of that. And they were like, yo, like, you gotta go. Like, there's no other choice for you to make. You gotta go, regardless of what the situation is. And so I decided I was gonna go to Oklahoma State. And I'm telling you, like, I did not believe that I was really getting let into this school up until I was sitting in the team meeting room. And our coach at the time, Mike Gundy, comes down and starts talking to us. And he's like just addressing us as a team. Like, up until he was sitting there talking to us, I couldn't believe that this all was actually happening. Like, it didn't feel real. And I was like, there's no way that I went from faking as a high schooler to get into this camp, to actually separating myself, to going to junior college and not even getting to play as much as I thought I was gonna get to play, to then getting an opportunity to play at a Power 5 school. Like, I was like, this is not, I was like, am I on a TV show or something? Like, I feel like I'm getting punked, bro. Like, it just didn't feel real. And everything kind of went exactly how that coach told me. Like, he told me that it wasn't gonna be glamorous, that, he didn't sugarcoat anything. He was like, it's gonna be really rough. And he was right. Up until he wasn't. I ended up proving myself. I ended up starting on some special teams. I ended up getting to actually play in the games and running the ball, to end up getting put on scholarship at one point. I would say the biggest takeaway from the story, find a way, right? Like, I could easily just turn around and went home. But I had a goal, even as nervous and scared as I was to like go and chase this goal. I knew I had one. And so I was like, I gotta find a way to go do this. Even if, all the chips are stacked against you, right? You gotta figure it out, right? You got an opportunity to quit, or you have an opportunity to try and see what is possible. And it's super cliche, but it's the truth. And we're always left with that decision to make of whether we are gonna go all in on something, or we're gonna just take the first sign of resistance as a no, and that this is not gonna happen for us. And it's up to you to make the decision. And so that's a decision I made for myself. If y'all like these kind of videos, y'all like these football stories, y'all wanna hear more of this kind of stuff, I need you to comment and let me know, because, I'm just kind of shooting in the dark right now. I'm really getting back on this content game. I got my class stuff that I'm doing right now. That's also on this page as well. And that's, all the work that I'm doing right now, which I'm also extremely passionate about, but I'm also really passionate about football and telling some of these stories. So if this is something that interests you, please subscribe. Let me know that you do like it, and follow the journey. I'm on my road to 10K right now. I'm getting close. I'm almost at 9. So help me, get over to that point and get me there. I appreciate y'all listening and watching, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Ole.